In today's video, we'll look at how to graph and solve for a slope line. When we find and draw the slope of a line, we typically use the Cartesian coordinate system, also known as the rectangular coordinate system. This system is made up of two axes. The x-axis is represented by the horizontal number line, and the y-axis is represented by a vertical number line. It's viewed as a flat plane, and the axes are divided into four quadrants. Where the x and the y axis intersect is called the origin. The arrows on one end of the x-axis and y-axis indicate the positive direction of each axis, where typically the upward direction on the y-axis is viewed as positive, while the downward direction on the y-axis is viewed as the negative, and then on the x-axis, going to the right is usually viewed as being positive, and going to the left is viewed as negative. When we plot our points, our ordered pairs are represented as points in the plane, and are typically represented as x and y. So if we have an ordered pair that's 4 and 3, it can be plotted as 4 units on the x-axis and 3 units in the positive y-axis. There is more than one way to find the slope of a line. One way we can find the slope of a line is to measure its steepness. It is the ratio of the vertical change in y to the horizontal change in x. And slope is denoted by m in our equations. Slope is the rate of change between 2 points, or often stated as rise over run. So if we have an example where our slope is given to be 2 over 3, 2 is a vertical change, and 3 is our horizontal change. So we would move 2 units in the vertical direction, and then 3 units in the positive x direction. Another way we can find the slope of a line is to use the slope formula. In the slope formula, we take 2 points that lay on the line and subtract the differences in the vertical and horizontal direction. The formula of a slope can be seen below as m equals vertical change over horizontal change, or y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. We have an example on the right where it asks us to find the slope of the line. We can find the slope in either two ways, by measuring the vertical change over the horizontal change, or by using our slope formula. So first, let's apply our slope formula to see if we can calculate the slope. If we do so, we see we have 2 points, -1, -2, and 2, 2. So if we take the change in y, our one point has 2 as its y, minus -2 as our y1, divided by 2x as our x2, minus -1 as our x1. So if we were to simplify this, we would get 4 over 3 as our slope. So our slope would be 4 over 3. And we can check this by going to our line, and if we move 4 units in the vertical direction, and then 3 units in the horizontal direction, so we know that our slope must be 4 over 3. Another example that we may run into is if we're asked to graph a line containing the point -1, -2 with a slope given to us. So first we're going to want to plot our point. So our point is -1 in the x direction and -2 in the y direction. And then our slope is 3 over 2. So our slope is rise over run. So if we go 3 units in the positive y direction, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 units in the positive x direction, 1, 2, we can get another point. And then we can repeat this with our new point. We can rise 3 more units, 1, 2, 3, and again 2 units to the right, 1, 2. Now that we have 3 points, we should accurately be able to draw our slope line. And if we do so, our slope can approximately be drawn as so.